Hello, everyone. I am back. I took a few days off of here. There's the link in the chat. Come join me. Let's get this thing started. How's everyone doing today? Happy Thursday. Hey, Joey, how you doing? Share my stream, like, donate, be a member. It's all there. Hope you enjoy. Trying to set everything up right now. I appreciate you being here. What's new with you? See if Blur Sunset wants to come in. She can if she wants. Who wants to come up to panel? Again, I'm just trying to share my stream out. Sorry, folks, I'm here. I was on the phone. Chris, if you can hear me, no, I don't see you for some reason. How can that be? Now it's starting with you along with everybody else. I think it's StreamYard. I don't get it. So, Drone, I wanted to ask you. I just achieved something on my channel. It's called Super Thanks. Instead of super chats, super stickers, it's Super Thanks. What does that mean? Do I have to do anything about the dollar amount on it, or does it depend on what the person sends? I'm not sure. It's new. I just got it. I've been monetized since last summer. That's a long time to wait. I've been trying to get the people. A lot of times they have applaud as another option because they like it or something. But it's called Super Thanks. Not sure what that means, but I read it and I don't know. And here's Chatterbox. Yep. Go ahead. Sing it.
How come I can't see myself?
What, in the chat or something?
No, in the thing. Oh, maybe it's on delay.
I don't know what bongs mean.
But okay. Oh, there we are. There I am. Now I see myself. She don't love me like tequila does, and she never can. I'm so silly. Man, I've been slow. I've been looking at my social media, and I've been posting YouTube videos, and I've yet to go downstairs and make myself. Oh, well, I know the other thing that stopped me is our daughter called from California. So I ran downstairs because she was talking to my wife on the phone, and so she FaceTimed us, and I think she's going to come. She's coming for some baby shower, so we'll get to see her sometime in June. So that'll be cool. Of course, we just saw her not that long ago on our Mexico trip.
Not tired of her yet?
No, but I got excited because anytime she comes here, even if it's for a baby shower, I'm excited to see my daughter. So, but that's wild. But she looks, when she was FaceTiming, she looks super happy because she's enjoying that California sun and surfing. So
don't tell me, I'm missing it too.
Yeah,
it sucks. So I can't even afford to. Guess what? The CDC just said they're putting masks back on people on transportation because it's going up again.
Oh, really?
I don't believe it.
I don't know. At my work, it's now optional. You don't have to wear a mask, but I carry 2 masks in my pocket in case I start to get around like a crowd of people, which is pretty impossible. And then what's funny, I started to wear the mask during my flight back to Indianapolis. But then all of a sudden I realized I'm on a flight with a bunch of people that have been tested. Like they wouldn't have been able to take the flight if they weren't clear. So I immediately took my mask off because I realized I was flying with people that had all been tested.
So. I was telling you about the casinos earlier. I walked through mines thinking we were still having to wear them. And I was like, what's the deal? And then some lady said, oh, it's optional. It's up to you. I was like, take it off.
Cool.
So,
yeah, oh my God, I would hate to be in China, man. They're going nuts over there with like their lockdowns are so crazy. People can't get out of their buildings it's terrible, yeah, poor China.
Yeah, and Yisha's in Hong Kong. I don't know how they're doing, but
Well,
you know,
hopefully she's doing well. She probably is doing good if you still see her on social media. So she's probably still good. Yeah, the last video I put up, I talk about how I wish I could retire to Mexico. I want to retire.
you should now say hello to all your Wilsons, and
Oh yeah, most definitely. She's so cool. She's super cool. Super cool lady. I laughed how you said she was playing bingo.
well, she and this other guy kind of hop on this bingo game to help others
Oh, right
win,
on.
and
Oh,
they
cool.
give like Gcash and things like that through their, you know,
Oh, do they give them watch hours too?
I believe so.
Oh, that's cool.
But you can't understand Tagalog, so it's hard. I call it
Oh,
penis language, and that's how it's going to be. So
right. There's a. I see. There's a. Yeah.
they talk way too fast. I'm like,
What? Right,
that's
right,
about all
right,
I hear, and it's
right.
like, gotta go.
Well, and then there's a time zone difference, and there's probably a time where they're most talking to a Tagalog audience. Like I've had some of them start to apologize when an American comes in the chat because they have to explain to their audience why they're speaking English. So yeah, I've seen them do that. But you know what's wild? There's probably a lot of them that speak English though. But I can't really say anything because they are talking to a largely Tagalog speaking audience. So I can't really say, I don't know. It'd be like if, I guess if a Tagalog speaking person came on my stream and they wanted me to start speaking Tagalog and I'm speaking to an all American audience or something, you know what I mean? I'm trying to put myself in their place from a different perspective. So, can you imagine if I was doing a stream and then I broke into Decalo and Visaya? My American audience be like, "Well, what the hell is he saying?" You know what I mean? So, or if I
Yeah.
started speaking only in Japanese or started speaking only in Spanish,
Yeah.
yeah. One time, just as a joke, I was speaking in Spanish, not on my live stream, but I think I was on the panel jokingly speaking in Spanish, and this one person said, "Don't do that too much because it may alienate the audience." So, but yeah, I think and what's wild is a lot of Filipino channels, they do have both audiences, the Tagalog speaking audience and the English speaking audience. They got both. Um, but some of the newer Filipino channels, their largest audience is the Tagalog audience. So I kind of expect that if I don't know, but they are very appreciative when you come join them on panel. So they're very welcoming, even though they're they're addressing a largely Tagalog audience. But yeah, so far I've really digged all the Filipinos I've met on YouTube. They're all really cool. They're all really welcoming. And it's been a cool, like there's times that I've been on panels where half of it's Filipino and half of it's American, or part of it's American and part of it's European and Australians on the panel. It's kind of cool. Especially on my live stream, there's times where it's been quite a diverse panel. There's people from Australia, New Zealand, maybe Japan, and then the Philippines. That's kind of cool. It's a very international group. Very international group. But yeah, I literally didn't want to leave Mexico. I literally wanted to. Yeah, I badly wanted to stay.
So did you have to go through customs any?
Oh yeah, we went through. We went through a little bit of customs while going into Mexico, and then we went through customs coming back from Mexico.
When they checked your passport or IDs and stuff, did they ask you if you want to bring any fruits or veggies onto the planet?
They make sure you're not bringing any fruits and veggies. And not only that, I think most places don't. Well, particularly when you're entering the United States, they don't want you bringing any produce or any kind of plants or anything like that. And for good reason. Some plants can be very destructive of natural plants that are already in an area. So there is a reason why they do it, And then I think the other, as far as fruits go, I think it's certain types of insects they don't want to see come across the border. So I guess different types of insects you can find on different types of fruit, that could end up, you know. So anyways, it's they have you toss it. I mean, we don't try to anyways. But if they found any, they would just tell people to toss it in the trash can. So that's a big no-no. They don't want any, don't bring any plants or fruits across the border. And like I said, they're not doing that to be mean. The other thing they ask is if you're bringing any kind of alcohol too. So not that they don't stop you from bringing alcohol, but most people claim it, right up front. And like I said, most people claim it.
Right.
So, but I think you can get in big trouble if you don't claim it and they find it. So they're not too happy about that. So, but like I said, most people, if they travel pretty often, claim it. So I think they pay a little bit of tax on it too. And I think the same thing goes for other types of stuff. If they find other types of stuff you're bringing in from another country, I'm thinking of stuff like jewelry and stuff. They'll try to charge you a tax for that too. So, but like I said, I don't do that stuff, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm not bringing jewelry. I'm not bringing anything. Just bringing myself.
With TSA, did you go through body scanner things?
Yep, did that, which is kind of. What's funny? One time
we had to leave in Nashville.
Well, one time I didn't want to, and I actually asked for the pat down instead of the scan. I did that one time. But this last time, I just did the whole scan.
It only takes about a second and a half to get it done.
I know. But it's weird the amount of stuff that gets shot all onto your body. I don't know what the radiation's like from it, but I'm sure it's not the same as an X-ray machine. But part of the reason I did the pat down was because I saw some stuff on it. But the reason I didn't do the pat down this time is I decided I was afraid if I watched videos or watched stuff on it, I'd ask for another pat down. But and you know what's weird? I don't know. I don't really trust governments to look after your best safety for that. As far as what that's doing to our bodies when we expose ourselves to that. So
I'm sorry?
I don't trust governments at all when they say they're scanning for stuff, whether they keep up on safety stuff.
Just don't have a chip surgically injected in you and you'll be fine.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't trust. I don't trust one single government around the world. Not one bit.
So you're that way?
I'm not a conspiracy dude or anything like that. I just, I think there's a lot of things that we don't know that we'll never know until we go into the next world. And then we may get really pissed of how dirty a lot of the governments were around the world. Yeah, they just. I think that's why I like vacation, and I forget about all the stupid shit people are doing around the world. I think that's why I order another margarita or order another pina colada, just to wash out all the crap you find out about the world. It's funny.
Mm.
Super funny. But I will say this. All the governments around the world do have its place. Um, I'll give you an example where I was most proud of the United States one time. There, there was an earthquake that happened in Iran a long time ago, and the first boots on the ground was the United States. They immediately brought relief on their military planes over into Iran, assisting with. And what's funny is it kind of messed up with the people's heads in Iran because they were told a lot of bad stuff about America. But yeah, we were the first boots on there helping them out when they had an earthquake. So that was kind of cool. So I will say government entities and militaries have their place.
Mm.
I do like it when sometimes militaries are mobilized to assist humanity and be show some kindness and compassion.
Right.
And yeah, that's really super cool. Um, I'm always sad when there's wars or when countries go to war with each other. Um, I really wish countries would kind of use that as a very last resort. And this is what I love about the guys, you know, what I love about people that are astronauts and space travel. Um, like when you look at the International Space Station, it's it it it's got people from all different walks of life there working in the space station. And one of the things they notice when they look back at the Earth is there's no boundaries, there's no borders, and uh, it, all of humanity really is one living on this planet Earth. And you would think the peoples of the world would demand, and I do love the people in Moscow because they did demand from their leadership not to do the war thing. Um, and I don't see where it really benefits either country because now people are dying on both sides. So that's kind of a bummer.
Right.
But it'd be, what's so weird? It'd be like if the state of Texas was independent, right? It'd be like if the state of Texas was its own country and the rest of the United States wanted to reclaim Texas. And so what's weird is there's probably, uh, even though they call themselves Ukrainians, there's probably people that have ties with Russia or even have families that live in Russia. So it's got to be weird for the Russian soldier, right, to shoot at Ukrainians. Because what's weird is they probably share a common language and they probably have relatives living on both sides. So it's got to be weird for both the Ukrainians and the Russian soldiers. It's got to be really, you know. And like I said, the only thing I could think of is if you could imagine Texas, succeeding and becoming its own country, and then all of a sudden we wanted it back. So just I don't know if that's a good enough analogy, but it's it's just so weird. Um, I think world community is at its best when it finds solutions. Like I really think I'm pretty positive. I love it when countries can put their heads together, especially if they put their heads together in order to stop war. Yeah, I just think war should be a last resort. It's so many evils are done during wartime. It's just I don't know. And and the fact that we're in 2022, you think we'd be a little more advanced as a species.
So you went from cans to bottles, huh?
Yep.
Trying to be like me.
He's hitting the bottle.
Oh, shit.
These are the tiny bottles.
Mm.
But I also got this. I also have sparkling water, Fresca, and I also have my green tea, citrus green tea there.
Mm.
This is the only one I like so far. What is it called? I think I get it at Aldi's. It's called Benner. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. But it's my favorite citrus green tea. Sorry, dude, that I talked about world events here. Sorry.
No, it's all right.
That's okay.
Yeah, I just find it. The other thing that I find it, and I think the Baha'i faith talks about this. It talks about, and it talked about this a long time ago. It even talked about this way before the first Gulf War and way before the second Gulf War. It talked about that you'll see the old order, the old world order is being rolled up, and a new world order is being rolled out in its place. And that the world's going to feel all kinds of pains when that happens. So, and I liked what one Universal House of Justice member said one time. I think he said, and I may be quoting it wrong, but I think he said humanity, as far as, establishing world peace, there'll be two ways they'll go about it. Either they'll make a conscious decision to really do real peace, or things will wax so great and horrible they'll be forced into it. And whenever I see war in the world, I see that they're choosing that. They're choosing the longer route. So I like what the holy man said: when you'll notice world peace is when a woman can walk all around the earth and feel safe. That's when the world will have established real peace in the world. That a woman can walk all around the earth and feel safe. So I don't think we've arrived there yet, but I just think. Oh, the other thing I think, since I'm a science guy, I think if we had cleared out a lot of superstitions, we could be so more advanced scientifically now than we are right now. I think the thing that's holding us back from being technologically scientific even more is I think our superstitions are holding us back, or some of the old superstitions humanity has. So I think we would be so much far along. Not to say science answers everything, but we enjoy so many things from science. But I think I also heard someone say it'd be nice if our technology matches up with our spirituality too. So I heard someone once say that as well. I can hear your little bird in the background. That's cool.
Mm-hmm. He's listening.
He's listening. I can see the little bird whipping out a notepad. That's pretty funny. That's wild. That's crazy, all this stuff.
We're thinking about getting a second one so you can have a friend.
Oh, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never forget. I used to have this full-blooded Yorkie, and I went to get it a boyfriend because my Yorkie was a female dog, and but the male Yorkie was a little bit bigger than the female, and the female didn't want nothing to do with the male Yorkie. It was funny. So, but that's kind of good because then what would I have done if that Yorkie had all kinds of puppies? That would have been wild. But anyways, the male Yorkie started getting sick, and I had to return it back to its owner. They're like, "Are you sure you don't want to keep it?" And I'm like, "Hey, man, your dog's missing you too much. You got to come back and get this dog." So, yeah, animals are like that. You can't. And I think this person wanted to give this dog away. I think it's because they were moving or something. And I had to call the lady back to get her dog. I was like, "Hey, your dog's, because the dog was making all kinds of messes." And I think the dog was really missing its original owner. So I made they weren't charging us anything. They were going to give us this dog for free. We're like, "Nope, you got to come back and get this dog. It's missing you too much." Dogs really imprint on people big time. Matter of fact, it's weird. I think my dog's 14 years old now. So in dog years, she's like a grandma. She's a real tiny Yorkie mix. My wife thinks it's Yorkie Chihuahua, and I think it's Yorkie Parson Russell. My mom had got me that dog, and my mom tried to convince us that it was a full-blooded Yorkie. And we're like, "Nah, this dog's definitely not a full-blooded Yorkie." But it ended up being a really awesome dog. And but yeah, what's wild is that dog's 14 years old, and now she whines a little more when she doesn't see me or my wife in a room. She'll just start whining. And so now that she's older, she doesn't like it when she doesn't like being by herself. So it's wild. She's an older dog. But one of the sweetest dogs we've ever owned. And she, like I said, she's a mixed Yorkie dog. She's a really cute dog. I've thrown her on some of my YouTube videos. Super cute dog.
So have you done 8 yet?
No, like I said, I jumped on my social media. I threw up a few more YouTube videos on my channel. And like I said, we FaceTime with my daughter for a little bit. So that was cool. It's weird, man. Sometimes if I jump on social media too much, I end up, hours can literally fly by really quick. So that's kind of wild. But I saw you had a thing here on Mess, so that's why I knew to come up, even though I hadn't stuffed my face yet, which is wild. Oh, and I forgot to share you out, dude. I should have, before I came up, I should have shared you out. I don't know if you get some of the same groups I do.
I get some different names.
Yeah, one is Team, I don't know if it's called Team Boring. I might have mispronounced that one. And then there's Team Ellie. What's the other YouTube team? I think there may be a team that Sean Tuber's a part of. But and they're all on my Messenger page. And I don't know those two people that joined you on your other live stream. I can't remember if they were I don't know if they came up on their own or if they saw one of your things that I had shared out. So I'm not for sure.
Well, they'll pop on after a while because they live down the street per se, about 15, 20 minutes away, and
The people that showed up to your. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was them.
Okay, that's cool. Oh, so then they weren't from the shared, maybe. They were people down
They
the
always
street.
come up when I'm on.
Oh, that's cool.
And I think she's probably working and he's home, but
And then you do a day one, and then you do an evening one sometimes, right?
uh,
Or you do an early one, and sometimes you do an evening one.
it all depends. I mean, it just kind of varies for, like, if I feel like I want to do one in the morning, I'll even do that. A day one, even at night. So
Right.
it just depends. Mostly at night, because I was told do it after 8. You might get foreigners and everybody else in there, which it's always been doubtful.
Oh, okay.
I don't praise everyone being in here, but it's nice to see them. I just say stop by if you can. Doesn't
Oh,
matter.
yeah. Yeah. Even if you only stop by for a little bit, it's cool.
But
Yeah.
I usually, people ask me, when do you do yours?
Oh,
Hello?
am I there?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Some people
I
ask,
was.
when do you usually do yours? It says, well, mornings, day, evenings.
Mm-hmm.
I don't make a time. I just say, okay,
I,
I guess I'll hop on.
I will say, um,
Mike G's the same way. Mike G vlogs.
right. He doesn't have a
He doesn't
set
put it
pattern.
out there. He just hops on.
Mm-hmm. I've done that. Um, it's funny. Sometimes I'll have a very set thing I'm doing for my particular live, and then sometimes I'm not doing a. It's just a simple open chat. And what's funny is I was reading a very. It wasn't showing my face; it was showing my profile, and I was reading this survival situation. Right. So this particular stream was really serious in survival, and then all of a sudden people started coming up on the panel, right? And with the panel, I talked a little bit about survival, but then all of a sudden it got to someone wanted to sing a karaoke song, so I said sure. And then, oh man, it just turned into a jam session of karaoke a little bit, and then I think we shot the breeze a little more, and then all of a sudden some of them started looking at their watches because some of them were from Australia, right? And I was like, well, why are you guys looking at your watches? And they go, oh my God, it's 3 a.m. here. And I go, oh, I'm so sorry. And, for me, it wasn't that time, but for them, it was. So I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. You guys probably want to go to bed. And so that happens to me a lot on some of these live streams.
The people that are in different countries compared to us, like the
Mm-hmm.
time zones and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
it's up to them if they're going to show up or not. It's not like we have to apologize. Oh, didn't mean to interrupt your sleep. I mean, you don't have to be here.
Right,
Thank you anyway.
right.
I always
But
thank you anyway, just
oh,
because.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I try to show, sometimes I'll show their comments during my live stream too, as a way to thank them for showing up to the or some streamers will read the person's comments as well. Some people do that too. Matter of fact, I want to say when Deborah Orrad does her live stream, um, it's morning time. It's morning for me, but over there it's evening time, and she's reading off everybody's comments that's coming into her live stream. So
And sometimes one likes to send me stuff when he's at work, like 6 a.m. his time, whatever it
okay.
is, you. Sometimes you'll say, hey, bro, I'm at work. Click.
Right. Hey, what's up? Sometimes I'll when
6
I
a.m., I'm
join.
tossing and turning or taking a piss. And it's like,
Right,
what do you
right.
want now?
He's like, you're like, okay, that's funny.
I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just like tossing and turning or use
Oh
the
no,
bathroom. I see your
oh no,
message.
yeah, I
I'm at
didn't
work
think.
sitting in a truck. Yay, it's dark out here.
Yeah, it's
And I'm
pitch
having a
black
picture
out
and they
here.
don't know it.
Yeah, it's pitch black, but it's morning over here.
Yeah.
I love, like, I was talking to this one dude on a live stream, and he was working in Alaska. He was live streaming from Alaska. And I think he was getting ready to move to Phoenix, Arizona. So what a difference going from Alaska to Phoenix, Arizona. That's
Cold to hot. That's just dangerous.
that's a trip.
I love cold. I don't like hot.
But I guess he appreciated his time in Alaska, but he decided it was time to not work up there anymore. He got paid really well. People get paid really well when they seem to do jobs in Alaska.
Was it like a fishing thing?
Yes, I think it might have been.
Yeah, I tried one of those. I got interviewed and I was like, do you guys help people get back? They'll get you there. Right. They will fly you, train, bus, they will get you there. But if you get fired and you don't do your job, because you're going to be standing on your feet more than 16 hours plus every day, if you don't come to work, they're no joke. You're in a prison, though. You can't use your own phone. You got to go buy one of their phones in their little city. Somebody else has to take your money to go purchase a phone.
Oh, wow. That's weird.
And it's like a Nazi camp. I mean, you can't leave. You can't do anything except work and go to sleep.
Yeah, Well, unless you had a specific goal in mind.
I think I saw Hitler last time I saw the interview.
Yeah, that's funny. I think if you were super young and you had a specific set goal in mind, you wanted to make X, let's say you wanted to make X number of dollars and then you'll be out, That's the only way I could do a job like that. I'd have to have a very specific goal of something I'm saving for. And then once I hit that, I'm out. Thanks for the opportunity. Peace,
But yet you're dealing with smelly ass fish, straight from the ocean, carving, cutting, scaling, cleaning.
Well, there's other occupations too.
Slip and falls.
Well, there's another occupation I think of. It has nothing to do with fishing. It's oh man, what do they call them? They work about 60, 80 hours a week. I think it has to do with finances and stuff. And
I'm thinking about probably checking out Dildo, Alaska, and seeing what they're up to.
Oh, speaking of that, I think of the guy.
Here we go.
I saw an HBO documentary, and the guy was making live. Well, they weren't live, but he was making real life-size sex dolls, both men and women, and they had interchangeable parts. But I think each doll was like anywhere between $3,000 to $5,000 a doll. So you really had to have some money to own one of these. And oh man, they oh my God, you'll have to watch it on HBO or I don't know if
I've seen something similar to that. Yeah.
Oh my God, it's
this guy. The one I saw was he sleeps with these dolls and stuff.
Well, what's wild? You can pick any nationality you want. I think it'd be funny if they made a Filipino one. That'd be cool. I wonder if they can make a Filipino one.
Well, it's rubber. They're not just dolls. They're rubber. They actually feel like assholes.
Yeah. But I was impressed of the guy one they made for the women. I was impressed. The guy is really awesome artist. And he's made some very handsome looking male dolls and and beautiful looking female dolls.
Watch it.
I almost started to say handsome female dolls. I meant to say beautiful female dolls. And oh my God, man, he makes them in all shapes and sizes. I mean, basically it's whatever. And get this, man, the more custom you get, I think the more the price goes up. So, whatever I guess you're into, he can make that kind of doll for you. And it was interesting. It was, it was really wild. But I think the reason I watched that documentary, I was just genuinely, I was watching. I think it was a girl from Vice News.
Watch
It
out,
was
there's people watching. What'd you
no,
think you were?
no, I know, but it was a girl from Vice News. That's a YouTube. Sometimes I like their exposés on Vice News. You can see them on. I think they got a YouTube channel. They're all over YouTube. Vice News is. And anyways, there's a beautiful blonde lady from Vice News that was interviewing the guy that made the life-size dolls. So that was pretty cool. That was anyway. Since I'm always fascinated how men and women think, and I'm always fascinated how differently men and women think. And oh my God, the gambit of human sexuality is kind of wild. So I'm just fascinated with it.
Can you talk about it?
I'm fascinated how groups think, and I'm fascinated how individuals think.
Okay. She's going to talk to you for like a few minutes.
That's cool, Marion. How's it going, Marion?
Good. How are you doing?
He sees you.
So we're going to get you guys possibly may get a pet bird for your other bird, huh?
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe. We're
Cool.
thinking about it.
Because he gets bored too fast.
That's cool.
He gets bored and he pecks the perch
Oh, okay.
that he has.
There's
and
yeah, that's cool.
does things that are bad habits for him, but
Right.
can be irritating to us.
Why imagine do you know how old your bird is?
No, we don't know.
Oh, okay. Because I'm guessing I'm guessing birds probably appreciate socialization. So
Yeah.
I'm not a veterinarian or I'm not a bird psychologist. But I imagine anytime you see them at the pet store, they're usually with a whole group of birds. So I imagine that wouldn't be. I imagine Josh having that as an idea to get him a little friend. Probably be definitely good for that little bird.
Yeah.
So it actually will be interesting to see how it reacts if you do get another bird in there. It'll be very interesting how you'll have to tell me how it goes if you guys get one.
Okay. We can't have them in the same cage. They have to be in separate cages for a little while.
To train them.
Oh, okay, yeah, to train them. Yeah, that makes sense.
So they get used to each other.
It's so fun here in the Indianapolis Zoo. They have a huge macaw area, and of course they're all different colors. And I was watching some documentary that was talking about people got to be careful what age they buy their parrot or what age they buy their macaw, because some of these birds can outlive their owner. So yeah, it's and I think it's not that way just with birds. I think there's other kind of exotic animals out there that people may not be aware that they their actual pet could outlive them. So I guess people probably shouldn't buy pets unless they know they're going to live the majority of time of their certain pet.
Yeah.
People love their animals, man. There's this one guy. Yeah. There was this one friend of ours. I think he had a huge Irish setter, but he also had a parrot, this beautiful white. I think it was. Anyways, it was the parrot that's all white. I can't remember what specifically they call that one.
Macaw?
Yeah, it was a macaw, but it was all white one. Yeah. And It was super cool. I'd never seen a macaw did this, but it barked at the German Shepherd it mimicked the barking of a German Shepherd. It was hilarious. It was barking at their pet German Shepherd. And the German Shepherd just laid there and looked at the macaw. It was hilarious. It's funny. Yeah, it was pretty funny. So what you eating, man?
Pimento cheese.
Cool, that sounds good. I was gonna fix.
I don't eat a lot of breads and stuff to make sandwiches of it, so I just scoops it out a little bit.
Yeah, that's cool. I was either gonna make 2 soft tacos and maybe some chips.
So you want us to be on the next plane?
On the next plane. Why, you like tacos and chips?
Soft tacos, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, that's what these were gonna be, soft tacos. Hard tacos are okay, but I like soft tacos. Those are cool.
I just got to watch it because I've had a lot of teeth taken out because they broke, and it's hard to chew anything shells, like taco shells or.
Right.
So I have to do everything soft tortilla-like, or soft breads or something.
Got to do what you got to do, brother. Which is cool. Yeah.
I was kind of worried for you while you were gone because I had a very, very boring week and I had nobody to talk to. I knew you were enjoying yourself, and I wish I kind of was like a fly in your pants, but I'm saying like.
Well, guess who I thought you were going to talk to while I was gone? I thought you were going to talk to Mike's vlogs while I was gone. And I thought you were going to talk to like Sean Tuber.
He's been doing his ergonomic stuff. He hasn't really finished up his paperwork things. And
yeah.
And then Mike vlogs, he was sick for a couple days or a week and going to go see his family and things like that because he can't drive right now. So
right.
I can't really tell you what else is going on. He told me last night.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so nobody was around. I mean, I know you were doing your videos and stuff. I've been watching. I've been liking them.
That's cool.
But I just had nobody to talk to. And then I was trying to plan us a trip.
Right.
Financially, it was fine for a minute, but then everybody was going on their vacations from where we were going to go. We were going to go to Illinois.
Right.
I think I mentioned it. And remember, on the way to see you.
Yeah.
And everybody was going places or having surgery or sick or certain time frames to visit. And it's like, let us get there first before we plan anything.
Well, if you do go somewhere, make sure you do make videos out of it.
Oh, I plan on it.
Because people I don't know, man. People just love, because they were, I want to say Darren Dobson and also J Mike, okay? They live stream pretty often, or they switch off and on being each other's co-panelists.
Mm-hmm.
And they were talking, I think they were talking to a young YouTuber that wasn't sure what to make or what kind of videos to make. So I liked what they suggested. I like what J Mike suggested. Say, hey, look, he told this young YouTuber, you like to cook, right? And they were like, yeah, I like to cook. He goes, I don't care what it is. It takes a while to cook it. And while you're cooking, you could be talking to the audience. And then you could show the audience how you're preparing it and then how you're going to cook it. And he said after a while, you'll have pretty lengthy video, Or even if you're live streaming it, you can turn that into a video too. So, but yeah, he was trying to teach these other YouTubers different things, different content they can create that can be simple, to make the video. So, But I know one thing a lot of people don't like is if they click on your channel and you have 0 videos. That's not going to work. You gotta create that content. Now with my channel, they don't have that trouble. There's tons of content. There's tons of playlists. I thought it was weird. For the longest time, I used to
Right.
not
You
have.
made a. You also did something called. You did like a open mouth Wilson volleyball thing, and you said, "Sorry, Wilson."
You're so funny. That sounds like a man show skit.
They did that on Family Guy. Actually, they cut a hole where the mouth would be, and
cool.
you know Tom Hanks' character, animated character, was lonely, and he started crying. It's like he cuts it out, and he's
so
like,
sorry.
"Sorry, Wilson."
And you said it was on Family Guy?
Yes, look it
Oh my
up.
God, I'm gonna have to watch that.
Look it up.
I'm the biggest fan of that movie. One, because it let me talk about survival stuff. Matter of fact, I dedicated. Did I dedicate a live stream? I may have dedicated a whole live stream just talking about Castaway. And then I've dedicated a live stream that I didn't think I would ever make, which was Passion of the Christ live stream. I can't believe I made a live stream about that. That was kind of wild. Yeah, that was a surprising topic. But that was what. No, and I know why I did it. I think because it was close to Easter is why I did that for my live stream. But some of my best live streams have been really unplanned. I'll just I'll come on an hour that I don't usually am on, and I'll have people up on the panel. You know, the one I could think of the most is when I was reading from a survival thing, and it was super serious. And then later, towards the end of that live stream, it turned into karaoke music. It was hilarious, but I had a blast.
Ready?
Yep.
Hold on. 1 second.
Oh, this is the Wilson thing.
Hanks did in Castaway.
Damn it. Hold on.
So weird. Dad gets lost in the woods and he makes a doll?
It's not that strange. It's kind of what Tom Hanks did in Castaway. I'm sorry, Wilson!
Oh my God. I thought you were joking. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's funny. That is hilarious.
And it sounds like you though, like, sorry, Wilson, like in the water.
I'm so sorry. Well, when he's falling in the water, what happens is I think Tom Hanks' character kind of gets sleepy on his raft. I could see where he could get sleepy on a raft because the raft's moving up and down like this. And anyways, he kind of falls asleep a little bit, kind of nods off. Well, the volleyball was kind of tied to this piece of wood that was kind of going like this a little bit. Uh-huh. And then all of a sudden it went like this, and the ball, I guess the string or whatever vine he had turned into string, kind of let go of the ball. And so the ball starts floating away. Well, by the time he wakes up, it kind of went a little kind of far out. But he jumps in the water, and he's still trying to pull his raft along while he's trying to swim back to, because this particular volleyball had so much significance for him, right? So all of a sudden, I think the vine that kind of tied to his leg that he's trying to pull, I think it got loose, and now the raft is floating away from him, and the ball is still away from him. And finally, he realized his survival depends on him getting back on the raft. So he yells out to Wilson, "I'm sorry, Wilson. I'm sorry, Wilson." And then he swims back to his raft. And then I make the comment that I'm swimming back to the boat, But, yeah, that he talked. I loved how he talked to that volleyball.
What's that?
Because he put that red face. I need to get me a volleyball. I'm going to do that. I'm going to buy me a white volleyball.
Oh, God. Who sent that one? Ugh.
I'm going to grab me a white volleyball and put a red handprint on it.
Oh, that's the chick in Florida. A friend of ours on YouTube has her own channel. Cool. She's sending a Philippines video, I guess, of somebody mixing in a big thing in their country, not here.
Mhm.
Thank God. Cow shit. Like they're about to wash or do something in it, and it's showing it's green now in the water, and it's like they were dropping it out of his, cleaning, doing something. She was watching a video of that. One of our friends posted that, and that's disgusting.
Wow. It has to do with cow manure, huh?
Yeah, but it was green. It had like grass in it or something. But
Wow.
I don't know. Ugh.
Would they fertilizing plants or what?
Well, yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a video I would look up. One, because I'm not an ex.
People say they were eating it.
Oh, no. Let's see.
They
There's
were
a.
gonna show somebody eating it.
Oh, that's gross. Let's see.
I gotta stop eating now.
There was
I'm listening.
Oh, I think there was 2 people on a plane.
I'm listening.
There's 2 people on a plane,
Right.
and I think it's a guy and girl, and I think the older.
Was that the one with the hot thighs?
You're so funny. Anyways, this older guy says to the younger girl, "Hey, to make this flight go faster, why don't we talk about a subject, right?" And so the young girl says, "Well, what do you want to talk about?" And the guy says, "Well, let's talk about nuclear power." So, yeah. So the girl says, "Okay," and then I think this girl talks about all these different animals that eat grass, eating grass, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she says something like, when a cow eats grass, it shits out a cow patty,
Mm-hmm.
and when a horse eats grass, it shits out clumps, and then when a bird may eat some blades of grass, it shits out little pellets. And then the young woman says to the guy, why do you think that is? And then the guy says, I don't know. I don't know why the different animals have different, why they poo differently. And she goes, well, how in the world can you talk about nuclear power when you don't know shit? That's a very corny joke. Okay, that was probably the stupidest joke I've ever told on live stream. The only thing that made me laugh more is thinking how stupid that joke was that I just told. That's funny. I laugh easier. I'm my best audience. That's pretty funny.
Did I ever share with you that I've done stand-up comedy at an actual club?
You have.
Yeah.
I would probably do a mixture of jokes and also people I love to impersonate. That would probably be my shtick. I'd probably tell some jokes I really want to tell, and
Same with me.
And then I would do impersonations as well. And maybe
I once said, somebody invited me to a club that was one color only, if you will.
Oh, cool.
Hold on. So me being my color, I go up on stage and I says on the mic, because I was their comedian of sorts. They had other people doing other things.
Mm-hmm.
So I step on the stage and I says, anybody want to hear any jokes? You hear it in the background. Hey, we can just go now.
Oh, wow.
Look, I haven't even said anything yet.
Wow.
Yeah, they already wanted to get up and leave, and
tough crowd.
Yeah, well, I thought I was the sap.
Oh, but that's what Rodney King Dangerfield said, I looked
Like,
up
yeah, I
my
looked at my
tree
family tree and I found out I
and
was the
the
sap.
sap. I love that joke. Rodney Dangerfield said his real name used to be Percy Waters. He said I had to go to a store that sold names. So the guy goes, so Percy Waters goes to the name store. He says, "What kind of names you got?" And he goes, "Well, here's a good name. I got a Rodney Dangerfield in this box. This particular name's a Rodney Dangerfield. Now, if you use it, all I ask you is just don't give it a bad name when you try to bring it back." And the guy, Percy Waters, says, "Well, even Shakespeare's, or no, yeah, even Socrates said, 'What's in a name?'" And the guy that sells names said, "Are you going to listen to me or your friends?"
And Rodney said something about his dog. He's like, "Man, our dog, something like we thought it was from a different country because every time he pooped in our house, he laid a pyramid. So we called him Egypt."
Egypt. I like when Rodney said he went to the bartender. He said, "I want you to surprise me." He said he showed naked pictures of his wife to him.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, the bartender says, "What can I help you with?" Surprise me. He's like, "So he showed me pictures of my wife naked or something."
Or he ran into a guy that was half naked down the street. And he said, "Hey, why are you like that?" And he said, "Because you came home early." Or he said his wife wanted to have sex in the car. So he was forced to drive while his wife was in the back seat. Or he offered his wife a cigarette, and she said one drag's enough. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Oh, there's some other. I have it. I think I have it both on CD and also on my phone playlist. Some Rodney Dangerfield material. I also got some Red Fox material too. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, Rodney was on Johnny Carson. I was watching some of the old stuff, and he's like, he would say something, but then the audience wouldn't laugh or even understand or care or something. Right. He's like, and he brings the mic boom thing down. He's like, "Is this thing on?"
Right. Oh, he'll do that at a table. He's just asking the audience some simple questions, and when they don't answer right away, he goes, "The questions get a lot harder from here on." So, And then I think the other thing he said to audiences was, he'll sometimes say, "Is this mic on?" Or he'll sometimes say, "You guys are acting like I'm asking you to do push-ups or something." So
I like when he talks about his doctor, Dr. Vinny Boombots.
But he goes, "You could be so wrong. I don't want it for just the fame. I want to own a big fat piece of land. I want to grow things with my hand, and then I'll sell it and get the broads and the fame." So yeah, he's hilarious. So's Red Fox. Red Fox is cool. "I'd like to thank y'all for coming out tonight and supporting my comedy, because if not, I'd be breaking into your house right now." Red Fox is crazy.
I like when he was making fun of women who poot.
Oh God.
He's like, "When I have friends over and somebody, I'm fixing coffee, if I poot, I want them to know that breakfast is ready."
Oh my God.
Because he says, "If I'm making coffee, I want them to know that I have breakfast is ready," and he was referring to how women fart. He says they don't fart, they poot.
I love it when he was emceeing that. He was emceeing at a strip joint. Red Fox was.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I like looking at all these lovely ladies. They all look really nice. Look at all these pretty girls. My lady, she dressed like she's somebody's brother. Matter of fact, my old lady is somebody's brother. So he's crazy. Red Fox is cool. He said one guy called him a boy. He said, "Boy, you must have saw me when I just came out of the pool." So, yeah, Red Fox is cool. Dave Chappelle's another cool one, man.
He got attacked on stage at the Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah, and he kind of turned away from the tackle a little bit. He almost got out of it. If he had learned, if he had had some training, probably would have flipped the guy over. But
and guess who showed up on the stage after it was over?
Oh, Chris Rock did, and asked if it was.
He said, "Is Will Smith here?"
Yeah, he said, "Was that Will Smith?" They stomped on that guy when they brought him out on the stretcher. His arm looked like really weird. They stomped on him good. Like they stomped on him, but the boy they tore him up. I hope the ones I hope that I've seen that the most. I hope it's people that are thinking about doing stuff like that. That guy got stomped on hard. They made an example of that dude. So if anyone's thinking of doing that to Dave Chappelle ever again, they know they're going to get stomped on. Because that dude's arm did not look normal at all. It was sticking out like that when he was on the stretcher. That arm looked really broke. But yeah, I'm glad they stomped on that dude. I actually was happy because no one should be doing that to a comedian. Even a crazy person should do that.
Dave said something that was kind of racist, or did something sexual, or talked about trans people.
Right, but
somebody didn't like it.
But you know what's really wild? He was very good friends with a trans person, and he it's in one of his specials where he talks about. And he got emotional because one of his trans friends had died. So it's weird. Human beings are weird how they process stuff. I think yeah. And not only that, Dave Chappelle's really secure in his sexuality to the point where he even said this one trans person was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So I just think human beings, the way they process stuff, I think some people sometimes are just, they can't wait to get offended. So they won't listen to the whole joke, or they'll only listen to part of it, and they'll go ahead and get offended really quick.
Right.
And in actuality, how the joke was actually said, they don't listen sometimes. They just hear what they want to hear, or listen to only things that are offensive part. They won't listen to the thing in its whole context, and so they'll jump to I don't know. And now that everyone should know, especially if you know anything about comedy, like in the case of Rodney Dangerfield, it's all self-deprecation comedy. But then there's people like Don Rickles that will make fun of everybody in the audience. There's tons of comedians out there, and the comedian's job is to make fun and to make people laugh. A lot of comedians, the whole point is to make people laugh and forget about their troubles, But I think we live in a politically incorrect society so much that, if people are easily offended, don't go to a comedy club, man. Just don't go.
And that's exactly why I'm afraid to go anymore, because I don't know who I'm offending if I do black jokes or anything.
Oh, yeah.
I don't do a lot of jokes. I do impressions more.
Well, my thing is I know how to box, and I know how to do karate, and I know how to do martial arts. So I could flip somebody over if someone came and tackled me on stage. I know how to defend myself, But I just get really tired of people that are easily offended, and they just should not go to comedy clubs. They just Don't it. It's just really weird.
Do you know who comedian Frank Caliendo is? Impressionist.
Oh yeah. What about
I
him?
had my wife's friend, Marion's friend. Marion didn't want to go see him because all he does is sports people and celebrities and stuff. That's all he does.
Right.
But there's a story, and then he leads to the voices, or he's met these people.
He's really good. He's really good voice.
We've met him in person. I've been to his show.
Mm-hmm.
I've got a picture somewhere on my Facebook.
Cool.
Anyway, he walked right past me as we were all standing outside waiting to go in.
Mm-hmm.
He walked right past me. I said, "Hey, Frank. Hey, how you doing?" And really nice guy, tiny guy too, small, kind of like Kevin Hart size.
Right.
Anyway, I asked Marion if she wanted to go, and she kind of refused and wanted to. I had to talk her into it. Then I said, "Well, let's call your friend." I said, "Laura, would you like to go with me?" "Only if Marion goes." So we all three went.
Cool.
She didn't have a good time, but Marion and I did. It was kind of boring for them, but I enjoyed it, liked it. Everybody kind of gave him requests to do this voice, that voice.
Right.
And he did it for his show was 2 hours, I guess, like the late show.
Oh, wow. Cool.
He did 2 shows that night, and we always go to the later one.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's really nice, though. I mean, he signed autographs. He signed people's boobs. Whatever they wanted, he'll
sign. Cool.
Yeah. And the comedians we've met, I've met Chris Kattan from Night at the Roxbury, Saturday Night Live.
Oh, wow. Cool.
I got to see him, too, and take a picture. He's tiny. For a while, I thought he was one of these.
Right.
I think he is, but I don't think so. He's got a wife or something, maybe a girlfriend, wink, wink.
Right.
But he signed my left breast, and I was so happy. I mean, we hugged, we kind of took a shower together. It was fun times.
Yep.
And I met him out after the show. That's where they do the autographs and pictures and stuff. And we showed each of us our hairy arms.
Right.
See, and after that, right. So we got a picture. It's on my Facebook. I got a lot of comedians, a lot of celebrities, a lot of musicians. I've got quite a few pictures on there.
Cool.
So after I do that show, whatever, then I heard that Vanilla Ice was coming to my city. We got to meet him. Cool. So I walk up to where his people and sound folks were. I said, "Yeah, where's they called him Ice, not really Vanilla, but they say," I said, "Where's Vanilla at right now?" And I had no clue. And he was literally a foot or two, maybe 5 feet behind me. Not sneaking up to me, but he was just walking around trying to get things prepared for the show.
Right.
It was a rib fest. We were having a big, humongous pork out, if you will, a rib fest. That's not a fat joke. And he happened to be there. Pork out. So he happened to be there, and we watched his show, and he was doing Ice Ice Baby and alternative and more of a hip hop alternative type vibe.
Right.
And before his show, we met a few other band people, not from his band, but Digital Underground. We met them.
Cool.
They were the openers, if you will. And then there was another band after them, and I don't recall who it was. I think it was the Dildos. My point is, so he got on. We met him. We took pictures, all this stuff. It was kind of blurry, but they're on there as well. We met Fluffy, Gabriel Iglesias. We met him.
Cool.
Fluffy. I mean, there's just so many out there. And we met Kevin Pollak, Kevin Hart.
There's a hard work comedian there, Kevin Hart.
Oh, yeah. He's doing very well. So, yeah, I mean, that's the kind of field I want to do. I want to try to continue with that or be in that. And people say I am funny. So my family don't think I'm funny because everything's dirty. I get things off TV that's already been said, or it's just not intended for a lot of my younger folk in my family.
Right.
Because they're Christians or they go, they're
right.
They're just weird people that think they need to drink
Yeah.
wine and be saved.
Yeah, a lot of comedians, I want to say, get some of their material from relatives they've observed, and then some of it is just they can take an ordinary thing we experience every day and just make it really, really funny. Sometimes some of my best funny stuff has been just stuff I've observed that I found really, really funny. Or play on words. You do a lot of play on words.
What does that mean? Like I just kind of throw the nastiness out there?
No. When someone says something kind of off color, you'll go, excuse me. Or even if they say something innocent off color, you'll go, excuse me, which is funny, or you'll say sorry, which is funny. So, but a lot of comedic thing is
Tom loves it when I do that. Everything that he references either nasty to me. I'll say, he'll say, here, sit down, take a load off. I'll say, sorry?
Yeah. So you're like, yeah. Well, Jerry, oh man, what was that comedy duo? Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis. I mean, what a comedy duo.
Hey, lady! You know?
Right.
Yeah.
And Jerry Lewis ended up hurting himself with all the physical comedy, with all those falls. I didn't realize that took a toll on him, all those falls he would do.
He lived a long life, though.
Yeah, that's cool. But, oh my God, he was funny all the way to the end. Like Jim Carrey showed him meeting him, a much older Jerry Lewis. And Jim Carrey teased him and said, I want to thank you for being my dad. And so, and Jerry Lewis had a blast with Jim Carrey. It was really cool to see them banter back and forth. It was really awesome. Hey, dude, I got a jet because I want to go eat. And plus, I have probably, my phone may be at 8 or 9% right now.
Okay.
I didn't want it to cut me off while I'm in mid-sentence or something like that.
Okay.
But I'm going to go stuff my face. Thanks for letting me on the panel.
All right.
I appreciate it. I always have fun. That's why you miss me, because I always talk to you for a good little while on live stream. I'm definitely.
I really wish I could just hug you. You've entertained us. I mean, it's been great. I always try to look out and look for you and see if you're available. And
yeah, that's cool.
I don't want to push it, and if you tell me you can't, I understand.
Right. Oh, but Mike Vlogs is so much funnier.
I think it's when you put that hat on right there, then you in the glasses. It's like, let's start being a dick, you know.
He's so much funnier than me, though. Mike Vlogs is.
Yeah, he's more nastier than you.
He's nastier than me, but that's not what I'm known for. I can be a little, but not. He's a step above me in the comedy nastiness.
I mean, you should just pop in once in a while. He talks to those girls like it's like his daughters, like not like that, but like nasty talk, like you know,
right.
Get something going.
Yeah, mine's different.
It is. Yes, it is.
Mine's more. Yeah, it's longer, beautiful, more thicker.
Sorry?
And it glistens in the sun.
Wow. I wish mine did. I can't even find the damn thing.
Yeah, I have the hairs on top of it, French braided and everything.
There you go.
I'm so silly.
Oh, look.
I know why I was talking that way is because we're talking about my vlogs. No, what I like to do is comment No, what I do instead of doing, but see, he feels comfortable to do that with the ladies. Mine is I like to give the ladies compliments.
Mm-hmm.
That's more my shtick. I give the ladies all the compliments, and I let him do all the nasty talk to the ladies. I'm more of a give the ladies a compliment.
Right.
Yeah, I like doing the compliment thing more than I will go down the nasty route only if I think it's really, really funny. I'm definitely not the vulgar stick.
I just don't understand how people get away with the F word and things like that in their lives and everything. I just don't get it. How they don't get copyrights for music, or you're famous, you don't have to get copyrighted.
Some of them do. Wow, my thing's saying I'm at 10% battery life, which is okay. Some of them do. I think Sean Tuber's gotten hit with a few copyrights.
They don't do anything.
Some of them didn't worry about it because they're not monetized, or yeah. I don't. Hell, I cut off. You can see it in one of my longer vacation videos. It shows me sitting in the car with my daughter's white T-shirt on top of my head, and I explain why across the line. I explained to my audience why I cut the audio. Why they can't hear me talk, and I put it's because the taxi driver is playing his radio, and the radio wasn't playing a song, but it did have the DJ talking on the radio, and I was afraid that would get copyrighted. So I put some music in there instead of them hearing my audio. Because if I would have kept that in there, it would have, like I said, I have no idea whether they would have copyrighted it or not. But it's so sad because the thing they missed was I said something like, I don't think this is a good look for me with the white T-shirt over my head. She was trying to protect the sun from hitting my neck. So I was having a laugh at myself, but I didn't get to share that with my audience because I was worried about the stupid copyright thing. So it's stuff like that that's really frustrating that you have to worry about as a small channel. But I think the big channels don't have to worry about it because usually they got a bunch of permission from all kinds of places. So they're able to leave theirs in. YouTube back in the day, I saw even the Hapsters, I saw her turn off her radio really quick and she was just talking to her YouTube audience, but she turned the radio off really quick because she was afraid of copyright. But what's weird when you watch big channels, okay, I'm talking Ben Brown, for instance, is a really big channel. If you go back and look at all of his older videos, he's listening to the radio music. It's bumping. He's originally from London, I think, but he lives in Cape Town, South Africa. And all of his videos, you can hear him playing the radio and the music's playing. And all I can think of is sometimes, especially in his older videos, YouTube used to not be so strict about all this thing. You used to not have to worry about turning off your radio real quick. And it's really, but now some of these big channels, I think, get all the, I think if you get an okay from the artist, then it doesn't matter if that hits any of your videos or something like that. A lot of them get big okays from artists, but a lot of your small YouTube channels can't do that. So, I mean, I guess they could, but it would just take a long time to get the permission. So, but it seems like the bigger channels get away with more, but they also got more resources to do that too. So, but yeah, it's frustrating, but it's so funny to see us little channels turn off our radios real quick. Only because we don't want the hassle for that. It's hilarious.
No, I heard if you get like more than 3 or 5 copyright strikes, they'll tell you something.
Oh, okay.
I think that's what I heard.
Oh, there's a copyright strike right there.
You heard you.
That's pretty funny.
So.
Oh, sorry, Marion. I'm sorry.
It was not me.
That girl's on fire. I mean, he's on fire.
I could probably start a bushcraft video for you if you want me to.
This is brought to you by Taco Bell, the makers of hot sauce.
Oh, I didn't know you heard that. I got to edit it.
Really? You have to edit flatulence? That's a bummer.
I don't know. It just happened. It rolled out.
Yeah, right.
You know it does.
I think it has much more help.
Baby, just make sure it's not during magic
She
time.
could tell you some stories that I could light up our house in like an hour.
Just make sure it's not during romance time. Baby, I'm almost there. Baby, oh, baby.
Please, it's every night.
No, we have a friend that likes to hang out with big women, wink, wink.
Ooh.
And if he shoots one off, she'll just say,
Ooh.
keep going, Daddy. Who cares?
I can't get enough of your love, baby.
Who was that?
I can't get enough of your love, baby.
She just kept saying, do me harder.
Wow.
Ew.
A friend of ours.
Marion said, ooh. I'm just picturing people putting the Barry White album on. Come on, baby. This is some extra Taco Bell I got here, girl. We got some hot sauce and some mild. Daddy, are you sure we should eat that before we get going? It's okay, baby. It's Taco Bell.
Yeah, it won't give you any flatulence. We're
Don't
good.
worry. Don't worry and even if those beans hit you just wrong, girl, we're gonna make it tonight. Oh yeah.
We're gonna make it tonight.
And at the end of the evening, you're gonna say, "Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?"
Let's get it on.
Let's get it on, girl. Let's get it on. I'm so crazy.
Go
Wait,
eat
brother.
tacos.
I am. I'm gonna make me some soft tacos, and I'm gonna be dreaming of "Let's Get It On" song. Cool. I appreciate that. I'm gonna be dancing with my soft taco. My woman's gonna go, "What are you doing, JR?" I ain't doing nothing, honey. I ain't doing nothing, honey, but hot sauce and my soft taco here.
Let me ask you, does your wife ever get on to you for flatulence or anything, or what? Or do you walk away and walk it off?
No. Oh, I make sure I get what's that thing that they stick and shoot a bunch of water in your butt? What do they call that?
An enema?
Yeah, I do that each time before I have sex. I have a surgical enema done before I make love. I'm just joking. If y'all believe that, I got some swampland in Arizona I'd like to sell you.
Well,
Now, see, that's what I'm talking about. I can take an enema thing, mix it with sex, and it can be really, really funny. I just got that off the top of my head, and I love that. That's the kind of comedy I like to do. The kind where people go, "Oh my God, did he just say that?"
something about butts. Okay.
Something about enema and tapping that ass. Oh my God. So, yeah, I love that's the kind of comedy I like to do. It's kind of dirty, kind of clean cut, but kind of like, but I still like making people go, "Oh, I can't believe he said that. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
What the hell's he thinking? What you
That's
thinking?"
that's how they are at the clubs too, like that, like comedy clubs. Like, what did he just say? What I think he said?
What is he taking? Oh, I like what Pinker and Bowden do. If we'd like to read this disclaimer before you watch our comedy. If you are easily offended, you will be offended. If you are not easily offended, you still will be offended. So now's the time to get your ass up and go collect your money before the show starts. Because once the show starts, you cannot get your money back. So I used to love that they would read that disclaimer before each of their shows.
Yeah.
Hey, Marion, I love you, baby.
I love you too.
Yep. And I made Josh say 3 Our Fathers and 2 Hail Marys for his farts on his live today.
Jesus.
So, De Padre, de Hijo, de Espíritu Santo. God bless you, my son.
Thank you, Father, for I have sinned.
You're welcome, boy. Now that'll be 3 novenas, bitch. So,
Novenas.
I don't know why I said that. That was weird. Cut. That was funny. But yeah, I've enjoyed. Thanks for having me, bro. And
Right.
I'm probably at 5% battery. I'm shocked that it hasn't cut me off. I may be at 1% battery. Anyways, thanks for having me up, man.
Yeah.
And yeah. Oh my God, how long did we go? 142. Cool. An hour and 42 minutes. Cool.
Yeah. I might do another 20 minutes, then call it a night. I'm not sure.
That's cool. Well, enjoy your 20 minutes, my brother.
All right.
I'm going to whip down some soft tacos. I'm trying not to think about enemas while I'm eating my tacos, though. That would be kind of weird.
Yeah.
I just burped right there. So now we got farts and burps in order.
Yeah, I know. Now it's lunch on me, isn't it?
Oh my gula. Well, thanks to all of you who will rewatch this video. Josh is going to do 20 more minutes for your viewing pleasure.
Yeah.
And I'll holler at you later. Love you, Marion.
Love you too.
Love you, big boy Josh. Thanks for the laughs, my friend, and I'll holler at you next time.
All right. Be safe.
Later, Gator. Take care, brother. Love you.
All right, bye.
And take care of everyone down in the chat as well. Later, Gators.
All right.
Peace.
Anybody else want to come up, or am I going to call it an evening? I don't know what else to say or do. We had a good time. We stayed on a while. Mm-hmm. Why do I still got a slight headache still? I don't get it. Folks, anybody else want to get on? You know, tonight we got our new SVU, and it's a crossover.
Yeah.
So it kind of just jumps into Stablers after it's over, kind of, SVU. So. I'm sorry?
Yeah, he works gets back in with Olivia.
Ed, is that you? Okay, I just want to make sure. Do you want me to give you a mod on this one or leave it at the other one, your normal name? I gave you a jacket.
Don't forget about our beds. Okay.
I know, I'm about to do it. I'm about to get off here. Lone Wolf was just on. We just got done with him. He wanted to go eat. So, nothing much today. I had to go see my counselor, and that's about it. Doing laundry. No big plans. Okay. Hopefully it goes well for you. Hey, Halfwit, how you doing? Thanks for being here. Depends on how the live stream goes, but I was going to leave probably about 10 minutes. Everybody connect to Ed. That's his new channel. Okay. Folks, I got about 5 minutes, and then I'm probably going to do just the 2 hours, and that's it. I got things to finish up and do. Folks, continue to connect with Ed. He's dropping his link. Thank you, Ed. I appreciate it. All right, folks, 2 minutes, and I'll probably just call it a night. I'm going to end it right here. It's almost 2 hours. So talk to y'all later. Bye.